Hi. I thought that now that the noise is kind of dying down, hasn't died down on this whole thing of what was some kwao, when they shule kwao, I'd just like to weigh in a little. And I want to start by saying, I agree with the sentiment. 80%, 20%, I'm like, 80%, I'm like, yeah. And you know why? Because maybe, just maybe finally, we can all get angry enough to begin to demand what we want. Because for most of us in Kenya, we act like the people who we elect into power go into this safe island where they can't be asked any questions. The only people who hold the people they elect to task is Central Kenya. I do not know much and I do not hold brief for Central Kenya, but this much I do know. Nobody holds a political grudge like Central Kenya and Central Kenya women. Ask William Kafogo. Nobody holds a political grudge like Central Kenya. Ask Amos Kimunya. Because let me tell you, most Central Kenya politicians know if they're lucky, they'll get 2 terms if they're lucky. Ain't nobody in Central Kenya thinks that this thing is a given. And I can tell you in 2027, but for an act of God, there are sitting members of parliament, MCAs, women reps, senators, and governors who know it's a wrap. Okay, but here's the problem with the rest of us. Okay, and let's start with the voter. You seem to think that once Muhesh has become Muhesh, kazi yake imeisha, your job is to genuflect to a person you've hired. Are you completely out of your mind? And then, munaitisha ya macho. Let me tell you, you know why I can never enter politics? Nitisha somoja, auta nitisha kitu ingine. Because that's what you want. What? You want me to start giving you 500 bob, 1,000 bob. And then later on you want to complain about the quality of schools, roads, and hospitals. Really? Really? You can't. As a voter, you must be proud enough to continue to hold the person you elected into office to account. And maybe just Kejisea has opened the door for us. We're not mad enough yet. No. Here's the other thing I want to say. The amount of hate and anger and heat we have for the president, we need to take a good portion and put it at the feet of governors and members of parliament and MCAs in your wards who have not done anything. Yeah, share heat. Share that heat that you have for the president. Because if you don't, this will continue. But in parts of this country where a member of parliament who receives money that you have been taxed and does not use it to improve your lives, where that person all of a sudden is treated like, oh, you wonderful person, we're so honored you came to our wedding, we're so honored you came to our funeral. Why? Why? And because of that, you can expect this. If 2 things don't piss us off between now and 2027, health and education, we deserve whatever we get. We deserve exactly what we get. I don't play games with anybody I support politically. And they'll tell you, I got your number, I will reach out. I will fund, if I believe in somebody, I'll send money to that pay bill number. Let me talk about the current governor of Nairobi. I met him in 2013, TNA. Let me just tell you, there's been an abduction because the person I met in 2013 and the person currently at City Hall, 2 different people. The last time I spoke to Johnston Arthur Sakaja, I'm looking at my phone, is when he took oath of office. 10th August, go on, open your phone, Arthur. 10th of August, 2022, and I said, get to work, the city's a mess. Oh, congratulations. He said, thank you so much. And he replied 2 days later, which is plausible. And I haven't heard from him since. I told him, get to work, the city's a mess. The only thing I've ever wanted from Sakaja is a cleaner city. This city is filthy. Nairobi is a dump. And for me, because I have supported Sakaja even when he was running a Super Senator Sakaja. When was he running a Super Senator Sakaja? Because I not only sent money for his campaign, I did footballs for him. Sakaja, I don't print receipts, but you know what I'm saying, was the 11th of January 2018. I did that, and we spoke for the last time 2nd February 2018, when he said, thank you. We need to learn to hold people to the jobs we elected them to do. Unless what you have done is elect someone to office so that you can ask them for zamacho. If that's what you want, ulipata zamacho, kwa hivyo kimya. Kimya. But if you know you wanted more, if you know you wanted better hospitals, you wanted schools, then I would suggest that half the vitriol, half of it, move it from Ruto, move it all the way to the person who actually owes you a service, and put that person on notice. Because this idea that all of a sudden we're so pained that our children cannot get into, because most of us have nothing else to give our children but an education. And we're so pained. And then in the midst of that, Central Kenya says, no. Kila mtu asome kwao. Meanwhile, your members of parliament, the last time they changed one desk in a school was like 20-25 years ago. Came in, found that mess, lakini ulitisha zamacho. Ikuwa mnataka zamacho, tukae hivyo. But if you want more, demand more. Demand more. And we're not angry yet. We're not angry by a long shot. So yes, I know it vexes people to see it, but you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it because we've got to learn. We've got to learn that we gave somebody a job, a duty, and if they don't deliver on it, make hell. I don't know what. Politics is too important to be left to politicians. Everybody needs to get involved. Your children not getting the schools they want, the quality of education they want, that's politics. What do you think it is? We needed this. Kenyatta Hospital is failing. We need this. Your governors, senators, members of parliament, MCAs are like, oh my God, I'm not feeling well. Gotta have a baby. I'm going elsewhere. I cannot have a baby here. But your children will be born here in a place where you're not even sure whether anything is sterilized. We're not angry enough yet. But you know who we need to call to order? Ourselves. These guys, they've always known we were a bit meh. So it doesn't matter how much noise you make. They're like, atuongea, simtakimya. Just here. Something happens to Aziad, you're off. Something happens with Vera, you're off. Stay on the program. Keep the pressure on. I don't care what you tell me about Gen Z. I'm with Gen Z all the way. Take a break, come back. Take a break, come back. Break somebody's willpower. Break it. But until we're mad enough, this nonsense will happen. I hope it hurts. I really hope it's hurting. That your kid has done well, but can't get a great school. Or your kid has done well, and they're being posted to some godforsaken place. And yes, I can use that term. Because they are parts of this country. And by the way, check my Insta stories. I will repeat those stories in a while because a lot of Kenyans have done the work to show you how ridiculous it is that a member of parliament will stand and say, what do you want me to do with 100 million? Are you kidding me right now?